The seminar for show purposes. The bigger ones are down at the bottom. There's one little great big guy.
And so these are trout?
No, they're tilapia. Here's our big boy. He's the biggest one. So they brought him in for show purposes, but on the other side is the aquariums they were using. And they had a shipment of 10,000, they call them fingerlings. They look like sesame seeds when they come in. And these tanks were filled with 10,000 of them. And then when they ship them, they come from Holland. And they're in, it's been a week transport, so they're in dirty water, haven't been fed. So they put them in these tanks, settle them down, pull out the dead ones, feed them clean water. And after a week, they started repackaging them into smaller packages and shipped them all over North America.
That's interesting.
So in the last 3 weeks, like before I left, there was 10,000 here, and in 3 weeks they shipped them all out. So they're waiting for another order to come in.
Room, and there's bigger tanks where the fish were going to grow up.
Yeah, this was our calf nursery. We had 13 pens in here. So we cleaned this out, took the pens out, and they set this equipment in, but they've never used it yet. It's ready to go.
But they still pay their rent, so who cares?
Yes, they're paying rent for this. So the water, just right now, the water is pumped. There's one electric pump here, and it flows up to the top tank. Then it, instead of overflowing, it flows into this tank, which flows into that tank, back to the filter. Gets also pumped into here, the dirty water, goes through the hydroponic bed, and you're supposed to design it for the number of fish as to the number of plants. So when the water gets to that end, it's supposed to be clean. There's a pipe underneath that takes the clean water, sends it back to the electric pump, and gets pumped back to the first fish. And it just circulates every day, all day, 24/7. So you got your fish growing, but you also got your plants growing.
That one's big.
Yeah.